this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
Having uncontrolled eosinophilic esophagitis, or EOE, can mean you're stuck in many ways, like cutting your food into tiny pieces. Or stuck chewing food for a long time. Dupixent dupilumab, a prescription medicine for patients 1 year and older weighing at least 33 pounds, can help with that. It's a breakthrough treatment that can reduce inflammation in the esophagus and improve swallowing.
You can get with this, or you can get with that.
How about this? Dupixent is not a steroid. It proactively treats EOE so you can get ahead of it.
Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away if you have trouble breathing or wheezing or swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, or throat. Tell your doctor of new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection or asthma. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor.
Feeling stuck with EOE? Start treating with Dupixent. Talk to your gastroenterologist or allergist today about Dupixent. Learn more at Dupixent.com or call 1-844-DUPIXENT.
So there's a lot of noise about AI, but time's too tight for more promises. So let's talk about results. At IBM, we work with our employees to integrate technology right into the systems they need. Now, a global workforce of 300,000 can use AI to field their HR questions, resolving 94% of common questions. Not noise, proof of how we can help companies get smarter by putting AI where it actually pays off, deep in the work that moves the business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
Hi, everyone. This is Mariah Rose, co-host of Full Circle and the creator behind Hoops for Hotties. Whenever I'm headed out to a workout first thing in the morning or getting ready to yap about sports with the girls, I'm drinking Gatorade Lower Sugar. I've always been a Gatorade girly, but I don't always need more sugar in my life, so Gatorade Lower Sugar is perfect. It has 75% less sugar than regular Gatorade and all the electrolytes. It hydrates better than water and has no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. Try Gatorade Lower Sugar today. Available on Gatorade.com and in stores nationwide.
For those with type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you may be missing a hidden signal from your kidneys, an SOS for an increased risk of cardiovascular events like heart attack or stroke. The mission? Detect the SOS. Start at detectthesos.com. Learn how a simple UACR urine test can help identify kidney damage early. Talk to your doctor about getting screened. Go to detectthesos.com to learn more about UACR urine testing today. Brought to you by Boehringer Ingelheim Pharmaceuticals, Inc.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
I'm Heather Dubrow.
And I'm Dr. Terry Dubrow.
And we're going to keep this between us.
But actually, we're not.
No, because we really never do. And speaking of not keeping it between us, so we just bought a new piece of real estate. And I would like to say this may have hit the airwaves faster than the sale of Chateau Dubrow.
By the way, I think within 10 minutes of it being recorded, it was on social media.
Why do you think that is?
Because somebody contacted me from the daily whatevers of it all and said, hey, did you guys just buy a place? And I went, what? And I looked online. It was already on the daily whatever.
Well, apparently the real estate agent has to approve the photos.
Yeah.
So we kind of know.
The real estate agent, yes.
Yeah, where it happened. What I think is kind of funny about it, not funny. We're going to talk about the whole thing, but we way overpaid for this property.
Gigantically.
And what I thought was funny is that the people that were representing us were bragging about that it was like the highest sale this year. And I'm like, why are you bragging? You represented the buyer. Shouldn't it be like, you got us a deal?
Yeah. It's so crazy.
It was bizarre to me.
It's so crazy how much we overpaid for this
cat pee apartment.
Inky cat box.
Yeah. So here's the story. When we sold our home in Newport Beach, which is, by the way, on the market. Are we going to talk about that? Can we segue?
Why not?
I'm squirreling out because I had an espresso martini right before we started, so I might squirrel out a little bit.
Yeah.
But our Chateau Dubrow is on the market again for, I think, $10 million over what
What we sold it for.
What we sold it for.
Yeah.
And sadly, I think what I heard is that our 2 big, beautiful palm trees in the front are dead and cut down.
And gone.
And there's like just,
the house is soulless now.
Soulless. That's what we've heard.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It makes me a little sad. Not crazy sad because we did well on it and we had a great time there, but a little sad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so happy with where we live now. The fact that we tried to pay a reasonable fair market value.
Oh, we're back to the apartment?
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, so we sold our house and then we lived in a lot of rentals.
Right.
Because even though we had bought this penthouse in this high rise in Century City, that was a 2-bedroom. It was supposed to be for us for someday. We had all these different home rentals in Newport Beach and we were figuring it out. And we eventually decided to move back to LA.
Right.
And so we rented an apartment in our same building that had more bedrooms and we go up and down on the elevator and it's been insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I have spent the last 9 months trying to buy the apartment directly underneath us.
Yeah.
Which reeks of cat pee.
And it's one of the most disgusting places I've ever been. Hoarding and gross and
really
smelly.
Bad. Really bad.
And cat poop literally everywhere.
Like you need a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
So, but because it's below us, it's very exciting because this might be a little tricky to understand, but our apartment is the top apartment
Penthouse.
in our elevator stack.
Yeah.
And so if we had bought the apartment underneath us, we have kind of a private elevator between the 2 apartments. So that's what we ended up doing. We overpaid for it. I mean, we're always very honest about all this real estate stuff. So we've done well on some things and not well, but we overpaid by, I think, $2 million?
Yes, but even more when you think about how much it needs to be torn apart and how much reconstruction it's going to need. So when you factor that into, we probably overpaid $4 to $5 million.
I would say 4.
Yeah.
But also the price that it shows on the record isn't actually the price because they had us pay their mansion tax.
It's just...
So we had to pay on top of that. But we had a conversation about it and we decided that, look, instead of having a house, we love this building.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking of it as upstairs, downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And
the kids have their own independent place that we're going to rent to them.
But I'm thinking of it as downstairs.
They're adults. They need to pay rent.
Yes. But downstairs, we're going to do a big kitchen family room and a cool media room and all that kind of stuff. And then upstairs, where we are, is our primary suite, a guest room and a formal dining room, formal living room. So upstairs is kind of the fancier area and downstairs is more the family area.
Right.
So that's how I'm setting it up. So we talked about it, and even though we overpaid for it, we decided that if you amortize it over 20 years, we don't care.
Well, we
care.
Every time we have purchased a property, we do it through the lens of, do we want to live there? And is this a good financial decision? Can we make a lot of money from it? And if you can check both those boxes, it's a home run.
But this isn't either of those.
No, we want to live there.
Oh, yeah. But we're not going to make money.
We're
upside down the moment we buy it.
We will make no money. In fact, one day when I'm gone and you're gone and the kids have to sell it, they won't make any money either.
No.
I think.
But I don't care. I love it.
Well, we love the building. I think it's the best building in LA and it's the safest. And let's face it, everyone we know who is on a reality TV show who lives in a house in LA
has been robbed.
Every single one, without fail.
I love the whole apartment living. I love that there's so many people. And, it's funny because some people in our building don't talk to anyone. They park below and they go up in the elevator. I valet. I talk to everyone.
Right.
Did you see Tim is back, by the way?
Who?
Tim.
Who's Tim?
At the front with the bow tie.
Oh.
He's back.
He's back.
Oh my God, I was so excited. I hugged him. But you know what? People, I don't know that would know this about me, but even though I love big cities and all that, I'm kind of a small town girl. I, always loved going into the bank. I always knew my bankers. I like the post office. I like talking to people and knowing everyone's name and all the things. So I just love it.
It's great.
I'm so excited to share that this podcast is sponsored by The RealReal, the world's largest and most trusted source for authenticated luxury resale. I'm obsessed with Prada, and there are great Prada finds on The RealReal. I just love scouring The RealReal for new pieces. And they add over 10,000 new arrivals every day. And they do their daily drops at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern. I shop and sell at The RealReal, which is great because I can use my earnings for something special and new to me. When you sell with The RealReal, they do everything for you, from photography and copywriting to shipping, pricing, and customer service. So you could just sit back and get paid. Plus, with over 40 million fashion lovers on The RealReal, your items will sell fast. The RealReal just makes it so easy. Resale is what they do, so you have time to do you. The RealReal is the most trusted name in authenticated luxury resale. With over 10,000 new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The RealReal. And now, get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/Dubrow. That's therealreal.com/Dubrow to get your $25 off. Start shopping now at therealreal.com/Dubrow.
No matter the occasion, snack time should be easy. That's why Skinny Pop Popcorn keeps it light, airy, and endlessly delicious. Skinny Pop is made from just 3 simple ingredients, delivering an irresistible taste without being complicated. Skinny Pop's simplicity allows you to freely enjoy as much popcorn as you want. Just open the bag and enjoy. No overthinking, no tough choices. When it comes to snacking, Skinny Pop just makes sense. Deliciously popped, perfectly salted. Skinny Pop, popular for a reason.
So there's a lot of noise about AI, but time's too tight for more promises. So let's talk about results. At IBM, we work with our employees to integrate technology right into the systems they need. Now, a global workforce of 300,000 can use AI to field their HR questions, resolving 94% of common questions. Not noise, proof of how we can help companies get smarter by putting AI where it actually pays off, deep in the work that moves the business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all seem to be in a rush these days, from work to driving our kids around. But when you're behind the wheel, please do not speed. A few minutes saved by going faster is never worth the risk. So follow the speed limit, enjoy the drive, maybe bring some snacks for the kids, and know that along the way, you're getting quality time with your family.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, I'm Nicole. Migraine impacted so many aspects of my life. Then I said yep to Vyepti, Eptinezumab JJMR, an IV infusion that helps prevent migraine attacks.
Don't take if allergic to Vyepti. Allergic reactions, high blood pressure, and Raynaud's, which causes numb or painful fingers or toes, can happen. Get help right away for rash, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, or throat, or trouble breathing, hives, and facial redness. Common side effects are stuffy nose, scratchy throat, and allergic reactions. Tell your healthcare provider if you have any side effects.
Tap the ad to hear my story and visit Vyepti.com for the full prescribing information. That's Vyepti, VYEPTI.com.
And everybody knows it. You know, there's like 15 people around. It's
and
totally
there's so
safe.
many places to walk that we love.
It's beautiful. I love.
Oh my God, it's so great. Our dogs love it.
So we're going to have to tear it apart.
Yes.
I'm concerned that there is cat pee
everywhere in the walls,
including in the drywall.
Could be.
And it could be much more of a disaster than we actually realize.
Could be.
Yeah. And then, of course, you know, we've discussed how much it's going to cost.
We don't agree on this.
And well, by the way, I have learned the formula to figure out how much something is going to cost.
Double the cost, double the time?
Yeah. And it depends. It depends who's giving you the cost estimation. If it's your wife, you can probably 2.5 times it. If it's the builder.
It's the wife math.
If it's the builder, it's 2 times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If it's your wife, it's 2.5 times. Unless you're married to Heather Dubrow, then it could be 3.5.
Oh, that's so funny. Meanwhile, we were talking about your mom earlier today, and something came up about finances, and I was like, that is wife math, dear.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you have succumbed to wife math at times.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know about that. But anyway, here's another giant project that you have to undertake.
All right, but this time, so that house that we ended up not doing in Beverly Hills because of the fires and the whole thing.
Right.
I don't regret not doing the house. I'm glad we didn't do it. and I love where we live. However, I love the design of it so much. And we worked with Max Nobel, and I just thought he was incredible. But it's so funny. Like we are both very determined with our visions, but we love each other and respect each other's design aesthetic.
Yeah.
And so I feel like what we came up with in that house was so amazing. And now we're doing this penthouse, and we've already butt heads a little bit.
Really?
Yes. But in a good way. I like it. I find it challenging.
Yep.
And I'm sort of excited about it.
Well,
I've relinquished more to this one.
Well, the last time you two got together, put your heads together to create a project and estimate the budget came back $8 million over where
that wasn't his
to be.
fault, though. That was the builder.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens with this one. But I hopefully redoing an apartment is not the same as redoing an old 1940s house.
Well, of course it's not, because you don't have to worry about opening the walls.
Right.
And there's also no land.
Right. And
we had problems with caissons and
by the way, you think about that
earthquakes
electricity and plumbing. We don't have to do any of that.
None of it.
We have to do the AV. We do have to, this building.
I have to say, I'm super excited. I just feel like, I don't know. We've been going back and forth with some renderings and things, and I just think it's going to be amazing. And what I love about it is the kids are all going to have spaces. I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I think that, how long ago did we move out of our Crystal Cove house?
Gosh, maybe 5 years now.
We have been nomads. And to be honest, even before that, that home was the longest we ever stayed in a house.
Yeah.
Right?
That house was
like amazing. The twins, I think, lived in 12 different places. We've been nomads for a long time. I am very much looking forward to not being transient and being in one spot and doing it the way we want to and just living there.
Yeah, no, I realize we overpaid and we're going to pay a fortune to reconstruct the place because it's such a disaster.
Even
the final walkthrough, they had 2 cat boxes
open.
In plain view.
Open. Not even like the new fancy ones.
Open with
so gross.
With recent poop,
excrement
on the cats didn't even bother burying it.
Mm-mm.
And what does that tell you? When a cat doesn't bury it, that means they just went F it, because a cat is very fastidious. So the cat is saying, look, she doesn't clean this out, and probably,
I'm calling it.
And probably below this is just yesterday's and the days before.
It's so bad.
So it was so disgusting. I actually had to wear a mask for the final walk.
You really need a hazmat suit in there.
How people can live like that.
It's so crazy. And there was other things too. There was like a sink didn't work. They just shut off the water.
They
didn't fix the sink. It was crazy. But here's the good news. The building is pristine.
Yeah.
And it's, handled so well. And obviously we're right above it. So we know our plumbing, our everything is perfect. But I really think I'm just so excited to have this be done and have this beautiful duplex. And I think more importantly, have our family be settled.
Yeah.
Max is going to law school.
Yep.
And seems like she might be closer than we thought.
Hopefully.
Nikki is graduating college and he's going to move back in with us for a time.
Well, not with us. He's going to move
downstairs, but that's us.
Is that you considering that our place? 37?
Yeah, both. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a duplex. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have Ace with us. So really only Kat is still in college on the East Coast.
Right.
And I just think it's fantastic. Yeah. So excited about it.
By the way, can I tell you how much I love your hair?
You do?
I don't know whether people realize that you cut your hair off and it looks very Posh Spice.
Like it?
I love it. And this has always been my favorite hairstyle this is what the hairstyle you kind of had when I met you, when you were on those TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
The Maddie and the Lydia.
The Maggie,
Lydia
yeah.
TV shows that you did, with the same hair, which I love. And I noticed that a lot of people are now going to this style. Do you think that you had something to do with that?
I don't know, but I'm seeing a lot of chop chop for spring.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so we're here at the iHeart Music Awards.
Isn't this crazy?
Yeah. And we love iHeart and love the podcast on iHeart. But this is we have to do I don't know if we can talk about this, but I'm going to do it anyway. F it. We have to go through a red carpet after this.
Yes. I'm so excited to share that this podcast is sponsored by The RealReal, the world's largest and most trusted source for authenticated luxury resale. I'm obsessed with Prada, and there are great Prada finds on The RealReal. I just love scouring The RealReal for new pieces. And they add over 10,000 new arrivals every day. And they do their daily drops at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern. I shop and sell at The RealReal, which is great because I can use my earnings for something special and new to me. When you sell with The RealReal, they do everything for you, from photography and copywriting to shipping, pricing, and customer service. So you could just sit back and get paid. Plus, with over 40 million fashion lovers on The RealReal, your items will sell fast. The RealReal just makes it so easy. Resale is what they do, so you have time to do you. The RealReal is the most trusted name in authenticated luxury resale. With over 10,000 new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The RealReal. And now, get $25 off your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/Dubrow. That's therealreal.com/Dubrow to get your $25 off. Start shopping now at therealreal.com/Dubrow.
No matter the occasion, snack time should be easy. That's why Skinny Pop Popcorn keeps it light, airy, and endlessly delicious. Skinny Pop is made from just 3 simple ingredients, delivering an irresistible taste without being complicated. Skinny Pop's simplicity allows you to freely enjoy as much popcorn as you want. Just open the bag and enjoy. No overthinking, no tough choices. When it comes to snacking, Skinny Pop just makes sense. Deliciously popped, perfectly salted. Skinny Pop, popular for a reason.
The thing about AI for business, it may not automatically fit the way your business works. At IBM, we've seen this firsthand. But by embedding AI across HR, IT, and procurement processes, we've reduced costs by millions, slashed repetitive tasks, and freed thousands of hours for strategic work. Now we're helping companies get smarter by putting AI where it actually pays off, deep in the work that moves the business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all seem to be in a rush these days, from work to driving our kids around. But when you're behind the wheel, please do not speed. A few minutes saved by going faster is never worth the risk. So follow the speed limit, enjoy the drive, maybe bring some snacks for the kids, and know that along the way, you're getting quality time with your family.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey, I'm Nicole. Migraine impacted so many aspects of my life. Then I said yep to Vyepti, eptinezumab JJMR, an IV infusion that helps prevent migraine attacks.
Don't take if allergic to Vyepti. Allergic reactions, high blood pressure, and Raynaud's, which causes numb or painful fingers or toes, can happen. Get help right away for rash, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, or throat, or trouble breathing, hives, and facial redness. Common side effects are stuffy nose, scratchy throat, and allergic reactions. Tell your healthcare provider if you have any side effects.
Tap the ad to hear my story and visit Vyepti.com for the full prescribing information. That's Vyepti, VYEPTI.com.
So let's talk for a second about what it's like to walk through a red carpet.
Well, I know it's your best day, let's be honest.
Not necessarily.
Yes, it is.
Well,
it's
it
your
depends.
favorite thing. Are you kidding?
It's not true.
You love the attention.
Okay.
And you want them to ask you questions. Dr. Dubrow, tell us about GLP-1s.
Okay. It depends on why we're walking the red carpet.
Is there a bad scenario?
Well, if we're walking the red carpet because it's a sort of a housewife-related event, and all they want to do is talk to you, and I'm like the idiot husband.
Oh, here you go.
I'm the house husband.
Oh, this is a selfish thing.
And
it's not
like,
about you.
And so what's going on between you and whoever fill in the blank? And I'm sitting there going, I'm waiting for them. Oh, and hi, Terry. And then, but Heather, what about, and this.
Oh, so you like a red carpet when it's about you?
Well, I mean.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, is this about me? So what's the theme of this red carpet?
I don't know. I'm just saying the point of what you're saying is you like when the red carpet is about you and you have things to talk about. You don't like it if it's about me or something you can't talk about.
Yeah. I'd rather not be red carpet jewelry. I'd rather provide content, when I mean.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
you want me to be the red carpet jewelry?
No, we're both. I mean, I don't really know, but I'm just saying sometimes, and I would never apply this term to me, but your arm candy. That's about it. Like an actor walking through the red carpet and he's got some, or she's got some husband or significant other with them. And they're like, oh, look who Gina so-and-so is with.
I know, but that's so silly with us because we've written so many books together and we have podcasts together here on iHeart.
Well, we're here because we...
No, I know, but also we have a YouTube channel and Dr. and Mrs. Guinea Pig and we have products together.
We have a podcast.
I mean, but we've done so many things together. I feel like you and I have our separate things, but together we're still an entity.
And for those of you listening to this, if you're not aware, we actually have a podcast called Between Us.
So maybe tune in.
How stupidly meta is that?
Very.
Well, I don't know if that's meta, but so yeah, I mean, so what's interesting about, I think people might be interested in what it's really sort of like
on a red carpet.
Red carpet, because you walk up and
first there's the picture section.
There's the picture section, which they mainly. I take a couple pictures with you, and they're going, Heather, Terry. And it's like, okay, Terry, could you step aside? And now they want to see Heather.
Well, because female fashion, unless you're a specific guy, is more interesting.
Right. And so there's that. And then you walk up and there's people from different places, different media sources.
But you're on a straight thoroughfare, right? So you walk up, there's some X marks on the carpet, and you stand there and you take pictures, and you have to look from right to left. And you do that, and you take all the photos, and then you go to the next thing. And then all of the different outlets are set up. It's funny, Kelty Knight did talk about this recently. Of course, our good friend Kelty, who's on Lady Gang and who also is an host and does a lot of red carpets. But she was saying that red carpets are very difficult now.
Why?
Because Kelty was saying that, all the biggest celebrities come at the very last second.
Right.
And it's very hard to grab everyone and get decent content and all that kind of stuff. And she's so good at it. She does so much prep.
Anyway, so then you walk up and there's like People Magazine, Us Weekly, and E, and Boom, and Boom, and Boom, and Boom. And hi, Heather. And then they basically ask you kind of the same question, depending on, like, I don't even know what they would ask us here. What's it like to have a podcast?
Right.
Or we're constantly in the media for various things. And right now
they're going to ask you about GLP-1.
They might or might not.
Ozempic face or Ozempic, some anorexia or something.
Yeah. And so it's, and this, you try not to repeat the exact same thing but it's a very interesting phenomenon. And like I was having a cocktail earlier and I realized
you're going to be dumb.
I better stop now. Otherwise I won't be able to string two sentences together and sound like a doctor.
I had an espresso martini and I'm going to tell you it slapped.
Yeah.
I learned that word. Slapped.
Slapped. Is that the alcoholic version of snatched?
No, slapped is like it hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the alcoholic. By the way, that's the alcoholic version of snatched.
It's
from plastic surgery. I'm snatched.
No, honey.
Snatched
is tight.
That's plastic.
Slapped is it hit. It like touched me, right?
So the
Why
effects,
doesn't he not get this?
Hold on, the analogy is the effects of alcohol related to slapped is the same as the effect of plastic surgery related to snatched.
Noted.
So it's exactly a perfect analogy, to be honest with you. Okay,
yes,
thank you.
You're a genius.
No, I'm just saying it's like analogous, Anyway, this has been really fun.
Yeah.
You look amazing. And I think we have to go walk.
You love my hair.
I love your hair. You look amazing. We have to go walk the red carpet.
Is it too much boob?
There's a lot of boob. By the way, it's not even
They're not
boob.
all my boob.
It's just bra.
Well, there's a bra, but also there's sticky boobs in there.
Yeah, you look great.
Okay. You tried to put on your favorite jewelry.
Yeah, I love that jewelry.
All right. Well, I love you. This was fun.
Yep.
And we're going to do some ads and then we're going to walk the red carpet.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Till next time.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all get distracted when we drive, whether it's from our phones or kids in the backseat bickering. But how we handle these distractions can be a matter of life or death. Before you get on the road for your next road trip, please put your phones on silent and take a mental note to focus on driving.
Paid for by NHTSA.
Happy Earth Month. Garnier is proudly partnering with the National Park Foundation, the official nonprofit partner of the National Park Service. Garnier's support of the National Park Foundation's Service Corps program is enabling young adults and veterans to help care for and enhance the national parks that we all love. Want to lend a hand? Explore Garnier's partnership with the National Park Foundation and learn how you can help support our national parks at garnierusa.com/NPF.
Hi, this is Danielle Robay, the host of Bookmarked by Reese's Book Club, a podcast by Hello Sunshine and iHeart Podcasts. I'm partnering with Simple Mills, and I've just found my new go-to reading snack, Simple Mills Almond Flour Crackers. Think of this as a quick book-style review because these crackers deserve it. The premise? A snack that feels light, not heavy. Made with almond flour, sunflower seeds, and flax seeds. Nutrient-dense ingredients your body can use, not empty carbs. And the taste? Crunchy classic flavors that leave you feeling energized. For a good plot twist, try Pop'ems, cheesy, airy, poppable crackers packed with veggies. Final verdict, these are a shelf staple. Find Simple Mills at your grocery store.
This is Jay Shetty from On Purpose with Jay Shetty. Push it, bend it, flex it. Introducing the latest rule-bending innovation from Brooks Running, the new Glycerin Flex. Feel the freedom with a cushioned shoe made to move with you, so that you can bend or flex the rules. Brooks' new strategically segmented midsole works as an extension of your body, putting you in control of the run like never before. Want to feel the best parts of your run? Flex the rules in the new Glycerin Flex. Let's run there. Shop now at brooksrunning.com.
Hey, I'm Nicole. Migraine impacted so many aspects of my life. Then I said yep to Vyepti, eptinezumab JJMR, an IV infusion that helps prevent migraine attacks.
Don't take if allergic to Vyepti. Allergic reactions, high blood pressure, and Raynaud's, which causes numb or painful fingers or toes, can happen. Get help right away for rash, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, or throat, or trouble breathing, hives, and facial redness. Common side effects are stuffy nose, scratchy throat, and allergic reactions. Tell your healthcare provider if you have any side effects.
Tap the ad to hear my story and visit Vyepti.com for the full prescribing information. That's Vyepti, VYEPTI.com.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.